Hi everyone, I'm Elena and welcome to Eating Fit. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to get healthy levels and types of protein while you're on a vegan diet. So let me preface this with I am not a vegan, but I do believe it is possible to have a healthy vegan diet, and just by default I eat a lot of vegan type meals, vegan based meals, because that's the type of foods that tend to agree with me the most. So let's start with what protein is. Protein is a chain of 20 amino acids that provide our body with support, structure, and energy. Specifically, it helps to build our muscles, fuel our brain, and help our skin and hair to stay nice and healthy. And it aids the function of all of our organs. It also stimulates neurotransmitters in our brain to help balance our mood and emotions, and also to help balance blood sugar levels. Some amino acids cannot be made in the body, and so we call them essential. We must get them from our food. And most plant foods do not have these essential amino acids in the right ratios and quantities that the human body requires, like meat does. And I think this is why the vegan diet gets such a bad rap, and people saying that they're not getting enough protein because they're not getting complete proteins, but this is completely false. Myth: you do not need to eat every single amino acid in every meal. The liver actually stores amino acids, and when the body needs some to rebuild and repair tissues, it just draws on these reserves. In fact, all plant proteins have some or all of these essential amino acids. They just tend to have lower amounts in a couple of them. Soy is the closest in ratio to meat and human protein, whereas legumes tend to be low in methionine, and all other plant sources are low in lysine. Now, it is true that it can be hard to have a healthy vegan diet which meets lysine requirements in somebody who does not exercise every day, because they're going to be eating too many calories. It's much easier for athletes and those who exercise regularly, as their calorie consumption is much higher, and all those low lysine foods will add up to provide enough. Many studies that have been done on vegans have shown that they continually lack in these two amino acids. So it's really important that focus is put on these specific food sources to ensure that they get enough. Good lysine sources include tempeh, tofu, quinoa, amaranth, pistachios, pumpkin seeds. And good methionine sources include tempeh as well, peanuts, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and amaranth and quinoa. So how much protein do we need? And this obviously fluctuates between every different body type and everyone's personal goals, but the average person needs about 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. Sorry, I do not know what this is in pounds. So let's look at some superstar vegan protein sources. There are a lot. So we've got quinoa at 7 grams per half cup. We've got chia seeds at 10 grams per 2 tablespoons. That's amazing. We've got buckwheat at 7 grams per half cup. We've also got spirulina at 4 grams a teaspoon. That's awesome. Amaranth is 6 grams per half cup. And soaked rolled oats are 7 grams per half cup as well. Now, I say soaked as it's really important to soak grains to break down the anti-nutrients such as phytic acid, and that makes them more bioavailable to your body. Spinach, kale, and broccoli also have 5 grams per half cup, so eat your greens. Lentils are 18 grams a cup. Almond butter is 7 grams per 2 tablespoons, and maca powder, one of my favorite supplements, is 3 grams per tablespoon. And these are just a few of the best sources that if you are including on a daily to weekly basis, then you can be sure that you're going to have a nice balance of all of the essential amino acids. So let's take a step back and look at where protein originally comes from. Well, most people think of meat and meat alone, but where do animals get their protein from? Well, plants. They take in amino acids from eating plants. Then they convert some of these amino acids into others, but they cannot make any of the essential amino acids from scratch. Only plants can do that. So when you're looking at that steak on your plate, you are not actually seeing the only source of protein. You are actually seeing secondhand plant proteins. They've been stripped of fibre, antioxidants, vitamins and minerals and packaged up in a nice bundle of cholesterol and environmental pollutants. So maybe not the best source. Whereas the broccoli has plenty of freshly made protein and tons of nutrients. So vegan or not, I really encourage you to look at other types of protein sources out there for a healthy and balanced nutrition.